Hi everyone, I am the Green from the Windy City Vapors Club and SmokeFreeMods.com. So today I'm doing a video on the Vision series. This Vision spinner coupled with a Vision V2 Atomizer has been something that I've been recommending to people who are wanting to try electronic cigarettes. I kind of get them past the I need something that looks like a cigarette, and I basically just give them this. I'm like, you know what, try this. Because now it's getting to the point where a lot of people have already tried those and they've been kind of turned off because the performance is kind of weak. So I've already given a few people this kit. I have some friends that their wives wanted to try one, and I explained to the husbands how it worked, but I didn't want stuff getting lost in translation. This way anyone can just refer back to this video and say, oh, that's how I fill it. So first off, we're going to start with the battery itself. This is called the Vision Spinner. This is a 1300 milliamp hour battery. This battery, I would say, would last me all day long, or pretty close, just depending on how much I use it. For someone who's new, I would definitely say it's going to last them all day long. But, like I said, it's how much you use it, what voltage you set it at. So, let's go over the basics. This is the button you push while you're inhaling. This is also the on-off. So, as you're inhaling, you push the button. If you ever push the button and it doesn't light up, the unit is off. You have to click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should flash, and now it's on. When you push it, it's going to send power up to your Atomizer. Now, this one also is variable voltage. And let's go ahead and get this. Oops. Focused in a little bit better here. Okay, so it starts off at 3.3 volts. And as you turn the knob, you can see a little red dial. 3.8, 4.3, all the way up to 4.8 volts. When you're first starting off using this, start it at 3.3 volts. Because if you put too much power to it, you could damage the Atomizer. So start it off low, try it, turn it up a little bit, try it. You know, you're almost there. Turn it up just a little bit more until you find your sweet spot, and you can move this around to get it. The knob is fairly stiff, so it won't just turn on you by accident. But mainly that's it. How to charge it. You got this nifty little charger right here. So what you would do, take this, screw it. You know what, let's plug it in first. You can use one of these. These work great. Plug it into the wall, plug a USB charger in there. I have a USB power pack, so you can just plug something into it on the go. We're going to plug that in. We're going to have a green light. As we screw this in, light is going to it's going to turn red. This light's going to flash. So now we have a red light. This is going to stay red. It'll flicker to green as it's charging. Some models, the LED stays on the whole time it's charging. Some models it doesn't. All depends on the version software. I don't know by looking at it which one's which. Mine happens to stay on. The ones I just bought recently, they don't come on. You just go off this light. This light will basically do that and turn green when it's fully charged. It may not flash, but it'll stay green when it's fully charged. So that's how you charge it. My recommendation is that you charge it up every night. It doesn't hurt it to charge it up every night. So that's our battery. They do make these smaller. This is a 1300 milliamp hour battery. And 1300 milliamp hours is basically the size of the battery, how much capacity, how long it's going to last. They make this, I believe, in a 600 or 650 milliamp hour, which is about half the battery life. And they make one even a little bit smaller at 400. It's nice because it's smaller, but now you have to worry about either carrying a second battery around with you, charging it up in being prepared for that. Where this, literally, you're going to take this with a full tank and you'd be ready to go. So, there's the battery. We'll set this off over, I don't know, over there. That'll work fine. This one's already got some liquid in it. This is the Vision V2 Clearomizer. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you get them. They're going to come in a little wrapped up plastic deal like that. Let's just break this one open and talk about it a little bit. Now, when these things first came out, I don't know, something like a year ago, they were terrible. They had a real bad burning taste to it. They weren't really good. They didn't wick really well, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So, and they were also throwaways. One's like this one here. This was a throwaway. It's a little bit shorter. Whoop! There we go. It's upside down for you guys. I'll do it like that. There you go. It's a little bit shorter, but it's a throwaway. Once it goes bad, you throw it away. This one, once it goes bad, and what I mean by going bad, there's a little heater coil in there. It's actually wrapped around that wick that comes in this side and out the other. If it gets too dry, if it is just wore out, you'll start getting a burning taste. Maybe the flavor will not be as good. The vapor will just diminish, and you'll start to get used to, oh, you know, that's not tasting as good as it's supposed to. I'm gonna put a new coil in there, which is something you can do on these now. Got this knurled edge and shiny edge. Right in the middle is where it splits. You just unscrew it, and this comes out. Now, if this is full of liquid, you're gonna have liquid everywhere. So be careful when you take it apart. Now, this one's empty. If you put a liquid in here you don't like, and you know, I'll show you that in a minute. So, to replace it, you grab this part up here, and as you can see, this is the part you would replace. This is the part with the little heating coil in there, and this is called the Atomizer. It's a replaceable head. You want to replace it, they're going to come in a little pack like this. Basically, push one out, and voila, we got a brand new one right there. These come in different resistances, which I am not going to confuse you with that. Just do it by taste. And what I mean by taste is when we were adjusting the power on this. You want a little more vapor, a little more taste, turn it up a little bit more. Until you turn it up too far and it doesn't taste good anymore. So, we got our new one. We're going to screw it in. These don't have to be super tight, just, you know, finger tight. Everything is sealed with O-rings and seals and whatnot, so it doesn't have to be like really tight. So you got that on there. We're going to put this, assemble this back up. And now to fill it. Super easy to fill. We're going to take the mouthpiece here and unscrew it, and now we have access down in there. Now what you want to do, and let me just show you how to fill one. I got this one all nice and drained down so I can show you how to fill it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay it on its side, and we want the juice, we want the liquid to go, let's see if I'm getting, which way are we going here? That's the top. Yeah, this is kind of weird doing it this way. There we go, now I got it. You want the juice to go down the side, not down in the center hole. So, not down the center hole, down the side. If you go down the center hole, it's going to go all the way through and come out that hole, and we don't want that to happen. So, get this in camera view. We're going to just kind of lay our bottle on the side and start filling it up. Oop, see, and I went a little too fast there. And we're filling it up. Alright, you get the idea with that. You basically want to fill it up, and you might have a little bit of liquid squeeze out the side there, and I'll just wipe it on this paper towel. But you want to fill it up to the... Oh, let me get it back in frame. You know what? It's full. I'll show you on this one. So the liquid is kind of getting in the way of me actually showing that. You'll fill it up to right about here. You know, just above the wicks. You know, anywhere in here is fine, but I usually fill mine up right to the bottom right there. And you're done. You'll take the filled one, screw it on your spinner, alright, we're working. I'm trying to think of any other ideas. Oh, if for some reason you put a liquid in here you don't like, you can unscrew the top. I'll do it on this one. Unscrew the top and just pour it out. It's kind of weird because this camera's shooting down for me to show you how to pour. Just pour it out. It's going to come out slow. If you go like just upside down all the way, no air is going to be able to get back in there to let the juice out. So you just pour it out. Once you're done, take this part. Now you might get some liquid on your hands. You just want to keep a paper towel handy. And you can, you know, take a paper towel, you know, run it up in there, get that out, and then you can take this. And what I do is I just kind of just do that and just soak up all the liquid that I can. No need to wash them. Really, no need. This is more if you have a liquid in there that you just really don't like the flavor, and you can get it out. So we got it all cleaned up. We're gonna put it back together. We're going to take it, we're going to grab, you know, a different flavor and do the same deal. Put it down the side, let it run down the bottom here, and fill it up. Super easy to fill. Now, I'm going to break away and show you how to vape this thing. Alright, so now I've showed you how to fill up the V2 Atomizer. And I've showed you how to use the battery. Now let's put this thing to use. Okay, it's a little different than smoking. A little different. Now you can still use it the same way you smoke. And mainly I'm talking about is how hard you take a draw on it. So I'm going to give it 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn it on. And I'm going to do a nice sharp draw like you would smoke. What do I have that set to? I have that set all the way down for that demonstration. So let me put it where I normally use it at. So that would be like when you would smoke. The technique here is to take a longer, slower draw, and you'll see the difference here. And just remember, the whole time you're taking a draw, hold the button. It will become second nature to you in no time. That when you pick it up, you're going to push the button. You're going to hear a sizzle. And that's it. It's really simple. First time you use it, you may cough a little. And that's because it's a water vape. Well, it's a liquid vapor. I don't want to say water. It's technically not water. It is mainly propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. And if you have any questions about those, just Google propylene glycol PG or vegetable glycerin VG, and you'll find a lot of products that this stuff is in. Anything from asthma inhalers to baby food to shampoo to makeup. It's all in there. It's all safe. Propylene glycol and VG is safe. Now, some people are allergic to propylene glycol, and you'll know that. When you use it, you'll get a real scratchy throat every time you use it. if you find that you're one of those kind of people, you might have to switch to a 100% VG juice, vegetable glycerin juice, and that usually cures all those problems. Now, some people are just sensitive to it, and the difference being is people who are sensitive, it's kind of like when you first started smoking, you coughed. You know, it was something that was different in your throat. So this may still happen to you now. That will subside. For 99% of the people, I guess. Some people just really can't vape because of that sensation they get. It just makes them cough every time. Very few people does that ever happen to. But first starting off, vaping, you might cough a little bit because it is a heavier feel. Because it is a liquid. It's like going into a steam room and how heavy the air is in there. And sometimes it's a little weird to breathe, but you get used to it after a while once you're in there. So, same deal. I'm just trying to remember if I left anything out. I went over charging it. I went over how to fill it, how to replace it, where to buy your stuff. Some of this stuff that I got came from sigtex.com, and I do believe he calls it the Vision V2. At the time of the video, these weren't sold on their own yet, but they are supposed to be sold on their own very soon. He does have the replacement heads on there already. So, you can get the spinner, the Vision spinner, you can get the Vision V2, you can get the replacement heads from Sigtex. This just coming very soon. At the time of this video was shot. This is like Christmas Eve. Another place you can get it, where some of this stuff came from, was from madvapes.com. And these links will be in the description below. And they call them the same thing. Vision Spinner, Vision V2, replacement heads. There are other places you can get these from. Those are just two that I personally purchased from and I recommend. They both have great customer service. The bonus with Sigtex is he's local. He's in Schaumburg, Illinois, and as of the second or third week of January 2013, his storefront brick and mortar location will be opening. So you can either go there and buy stuff, or you can order it online, click local pickup, and just go pick it up there. Those are really cool things. They also sell the liquid that goes in there. I probably gave you some Juicy Vapor liquid. Juicy Vapor their website has over 1,000 flavors. So they're like, the flavors are endless. You know, some of my favorites, of course, are like Wake and Vape, Fruit Stripe Gum. It goes on and on. But Juicy Vapor is also local. They're in the northwest suburbs. They're juicyvapor.com. So that should do it. If you have any questions, please feel free, email me, smokefreemods@gmail.com. I'll be ready to answer your questions. You know, for those of you who know me personally, just call me. You know, it works too. But aside from that, that's going to do it for me. If you're in the area, Windy City Vapors Club, we have monthly meets. Check out WindyCityVaporsClub.com. At the time of this recording, the site's being a little goofy right now. But also, if you're on Facebook, we have a group. So just search groups, Windy City Vapors Club, and you'll find our group on there, where we also we alert everyone, like, hey, here's our location, or here's what time we're meeting, or like for a Christmas party, we let everybody know that we're collecting toys for Tots, and that's how we let everybody know there. So let's see, I have no idea how long this video is going because there's no timer. So that's going to do it, guys. Hey, it's Christmas Eve, so I'm going to wish you all a Merry Christmas, even if you're watching this in June. Alright, we'll see you later. Bye.